Hello, Tampa Bay and Japanese Pokemon card enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Passing Binder. My name is Trent. Today, this will be the first of a hopefully new and ongoing series that I'm gonna tentatively call Under the Microscope. Um, I purchased Pokemon cards for the typical reason of getting them graded. Sometimes I get them as gifts or as part of smaller collections, but the overriding reason is to grade them. And I have a digital microscope, and I would like to review this Entei as a grading candidate with y'all, and we'll see if it's worthy of submission or not. So, without further ado, I will switch the view here, and we'll hope that these scratches are just on the case that this guy's in. So, this is the Entei, the full card view, and we'll slide it out of this terrible stinking top loader. Luckily this one didn't fight me too bad. We'll get it out of the penny sleeve that I was in when I purchased it, and hopefully we'll get a here they are. We'll get a new one here. It is not my preference to set the card directly down on that microscope surface. I like to grab the penny sleeve first and then put the card down, just in case there's anything, dirt or debris that I may not be able to see that's on that surface. So we try and keep it safe by having that penny sleeve on there, and once it's on there, like, it's pretty easy to slide the card around with it. So not an impediment to any sort of work there. So when we're reviewing these cards, the naked eye is going to eliminate the vast majority of them. So when one actually gets to this point to being under the microscope, like, it's already cleared a considerable hurdles. Like, there's typically going to be hardly any whitening on it at all. Hopefully, if there is any hollow scratching, it'll be light on the surface and just something that escaped my notice with the magnifying glass during the initial inspection. Sometimes there are things that I miss, and that's what this purpose is for, just to make sure that everything that I saw is good as I hope it would be, and to see if maybe these cards need a little cleaning or a little pressing to make them a little more presentable. That is something that I have not yet bridged, but it is definitely on the list now that we have this added to the toolbox. So let's take a closer look at this guy here. It is a beautiful reverse holo card. Looks so cool, and I really like this detail of the small circles in there. Like, just really neat. So the things that we're looking for, the typical things, we want to make sure the card is centered. This one looks pretty good. We want to make sure that it doesn't sneak too far off that penny sleeve. We want to make sure that we don't have any wear along the edges. So we'll run this card along there and see if we can pick up anything that might might show wear or have a ding or anything of that nature. Next, we would come to the picture portion of the card, which is sometimes holofoil, but in this case, this card is reversed. So the outside part is the foil. So we really have to look extra close on this guy, because some of these, since the whole card is holofoil, the potential for scratches to be in there is pretty high. Like I said, though, this card is in really good shape. When you're sliding this card around on your microscope, if ever you should get one, just be cognizant of the fact that it doesn't quite reach. You don't have clearance space to actually push this card all the way up to view the bottom. It will hit the light base. So don't jam your card into the microscope while you're looking at it. Always pay attention to your surroundings and what you're looking at. So anyway, as we flip this card around, all these edges look pretty clean. Like, I'm not seeing anything sticking out to me. I'm not seeing any scratches. Please let me know in the comments when we're reviewing these cards if you notice a scratch that I didn't. If you see something that I missed, please let me know. I'm trying to get better at this. I'm not perfect. There are things that I'm not going to see either. So if you see something, say something, please. Anyway, back to reviewing this card. So right here, finally, we do see a little something. Not too big of a cause for concern. Sorry, I don't have a better option to point it out here, but right there, we do have a little bit of edge wear, so that holo is showing through. Now, that on its own could knock it out of contention, but it's supposed to be the case of it's something that a flaw is supposed to be something that can be seen with the naked eye, and I'm not so certain that that guy can. So anyway, we continue around the edge of this card. I don't want to take all day of your time going over this guy, and we haven't gotten to the critical part yet. The backs of these guys is where they live and die. So we really want to take a close look at this. On this one, I really can't see too much edge wear on this guy. I know the light's a little funny there for you guys, but I can see it close up. However, this was the ding that I mentioned that I saw with my magnifying glasses earlier. This right here is a giant cause for concern. But rather than it being white spots like it kind of looks like in the microphone, it's actually just a slight indentation. It looks like the card got pressed by that, maybe that something about the size of my guitar pick here just kind of like gave it a quick double tap. So I have hope that actually that could be pressed out or lifted up or rolled over. I'll talk to my restoration buddy and see what they have to say about that. But I knew full well that was there when I purchased the card, so that's not something that is a revelation after getting it under the microscope. However, this I did not see earlier. We have two scratches here. So we have one across the blue, one across the white. Those could be deal breakers. Like already the card was at a borderline 9. Now my honest opinion, without any alteration or restoration work on this card right now is probably a 6 or a 7. And I'm maybe being a little bit too tough on it. Again, these things may not be able to be seen with the naked eye, but someone who looks at these things all day, every day, and scrutinizes the perfect ones, they're gonna notice these things. This here, actually, this doesn't even look like it could be a mark. I usually have my cloth out, but I guess I neglected to grab it this time. Typically, if I saw something like that, I would just take a quick swipe over it and see if it came off. Right here, this little hairline looking thing, if you can't see what I'm talking about, right under my guitar pick. But anyway, that's what we're looking for is any marks, any damage, anything of that nature that sticks out, like any roller lines like this one right here. Like, you'd be very hard pressed to see that with your naked eye, but we see it here. So as you can see, I'm really trying to only submit cards that I firmly believe will be 10s. If they end up as 9s, they end up as 9s, but I'm not going to be sending in cards that I know to be 7s and cross my fingers and praying that, the 5 and 6 flaws that I can see with my microscope go under the eyes of someone who's trained to find these things all day long. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the submission fee. It's not worth wasting their time. It's not worth putting my name on that work. I sign off on every submission I give them. I don't want to send garbage that I know is garbage. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel. Do you grade cards? Is that what you're in it for? Is that what interests you? If you made it this far in the video, I'd guess that you'd have at least a little bit of a cursory interest in what we've got going on here. But please follow along, and one of these times we're going to find one that I will submit again. So thanks for watching, Tampa Bay and Japanese card enthusiasts. Until next time.